help. Oh my gosh, I just got a letter that says buy my deed. What do you mean I'm going to buy my deed? I literally just signed 50 documents and now I got to buy something to prove that I'm the owner of the house, or I need to buy more insurance. I just got a letter that I have to buy more insurance. And didn't that get covered at my closing 20 days ago? So this is a video today that David and I are going to do about some things that you get in the mail that are extremely confusing and you may or may not have purchased. So when you buy a house, it becomes public record and all of a sudden the solicitors are coming out of the woodwork. Why would they do that after you've closed? I don't know. David, take us through this journey. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day because you brought up a new one that I hadn't heard of until as of late, but one that we've seen for really as long as I've been doing real estate is the one like you just mentioned. After you close, you get this letter in the mail and it has the county seal on it. It looks really official. It has the county address, like the auditor's address and everything on there and the recorder's address. And it says, congratulations on your new home. Welcome to Montgomery County. Enclosed is your letter welcoming you to the county. Please return this signed with a check made payable to something for $20. And we'll send you a copy of your deed. Or it'll have a website portal or a QR code, which those are popular, obviously. And we'll get you a copy of your deed for $20. And you're thinking, $20, sure. I need a copy of my deed, right? And that's the funny thing too, because most people assume, and I still get people that are like, when I meet them, they've lived in their home for 20 or 30 years. They say, I can't find my deed. How am I going to sell my house? You're not selling a car. You're selling a house. You don't need a physical copy of that deed. So you don't need a copy of that deed, first of all. But your title company is going to send you the original anyway. After it gets recorded, they get it back. They send it to you. It takes about 30 days. So you don't have to pay for that. And the title companies I work with will tell you that up front, just as a matter of fact, before you walk out the door. When I work with somebody, I always mention it to them anyway, too. So that's just one of them. What's the one that you told me about the other day that you had one of your
I have a quick question about the deed. I have a quick question about the deed, though. You mentioned you don't need to have that in hand when you go to sell. That's because it's recorded at the county. And when they go to sell it, they're going to pull that recording, right? The title agency is. And so even though they send it to you, it's not like you need to find it to, oh, here's my deed. If you need it, they don't need to do that, right?
You don't need it for anything. You're never going to have to provide proof of a deed for anything. When you go to switch the water into your name and they say, do you have proof of sale? They're not going to ask you for your deed. They're going to ask you for the closing statement. Yeah. And if you moved and you can't find that closing statement, call me. I will email you the closing statement, or you will email the closing statement. Yeah. You have those. So yeah, you don't need that deed.
So back to my client. Yes, I got a frantic phone call. Jessica, and luckily this client knew enough about loans, right? So the loan that she got was a conventional loan with 20% down, which does not have private mortgage insurance. And the phone call and text message that she got from this place that made it sound like it was from me, Benj Mortgage, made her feel and think that she needed to settle up with some additional insurance. And one of the things, like the deed, it's always a small amount, right? It's never a huge amount because people are more apt to pay it and not question it. But luckily, she was like, wait a minute, I shouldn't have any other insurance if I put 20% down. So all of this was clicking, probably because of our videos, how we educate the masses. Right. But it was mortgage protection insurance after I dug into it and told her what it was. So when you get a mortgage, there are companies out there that will sell you insurance to protect your insurance or protect your mortgage, if you will. And it's just the same thing as term life insurance attached to the mortgage. So if something happens to you, they'll pay the mortgage off, right? They're going to pay anything else off, but they'll just pay the mortgage, and the amount go through the years does change, right? It'll go down, but it's not a needed insurance at all. It's just an insurance that somebody's selling. And in this case, using my name. And luckily I had a great relationship with my clients where she felt comfortable to reach out and discuss that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. I don't know if I'm going to call him up. He also used the tagline of, oh, and I'm local. I'm over in Oxford. which is, I don't know, 20 minutes from her.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I said, that's very similar to, like I said, the Montgomery County seals that you see on these letters. I remember when I bought the home I'm in now, and I always tell the clients this and this because I know that those things happen. I remember when I got those letters and getting them firsthand going, these look really, even myself getting them, I opened them up because I'm thinking, I know this is fake, but I'm going to open it up anyway because it has all these official markings on there. I know the address for the recorder's office. I should be opening this up because what if I throw this away and it's something I need? There's a lot of scams out there. And you're right. When you do go through this process, when you do record a mortgage and record a deed, it becomes public record. And there are people that watch the county records every single day. And when you become a new homeowner, they come after you right away to try and take advantage of you because they know that you're moving. You just went through all this paperwork. Your life is probably a little bit hectic because you're going through some sort of move or transition. And so they're trying to take advantage of you, right?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It can't be helped. There's no way to really stop them from doing what they're doing. But that's why we educate people. That's why we make these videos. That's why we talk to clients at closings. That's why we go to closings. You go to just about every single closing that we do together. I go to every single closing that my clients have. I know that the realtors that I work with and know closely do that as well. But I can say without a doubt that there are some agents out there that don't do that. And I think it's a disservice because there's still things that I want to educate my clients on. And this is one of them.
When we're going through this process, there's so much information that we really meet the clients where they're at. So we're not going to be able to tell you about this deed sale in the beginning of the process, right? That's something that's going to come up. Oh, and by the way, so we don't want to inundate you with so much information. We want to meet you where you can grasp it and hold on to it. That's my practice. And this whole thing that you're using, this example of us coming to closing would be a great example of that. And by the way, we're done with all of this, but you may encounter this, right?
Yep.
So,
and I go so far as I had a buyer recently that I could see the look of bewilderment as I'm going through all this saying, you're going to get this mail. It's going to look official. And I could see this. What if it is official? What if I can't tell the difference? How do I know? And I said, you know what? If you really can't tell, snap a photo, text me a picture of it. I'll give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And then and she did for about 7 days straight. I got pictures of her mail and I would just give her a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And it was all thumbs down. Then she felt better about it. Yeah.
Yeah. She was probably like, oh God, I got to do that too.
Yeah.
I got to recognize fraudulent mail. Yeah. Anyway, as usual, we're reachable. We're your lifeline. So we like to discuss, even if we didn't close your deal, give us the call. We'll tell you if it's fake or not. Right? Anything else, David, on this topic?
No, I think that's it. Just be vigilant. Ever have any questions about that? If you're scared or nervous, give us a call. We'll walk you through it. We're part-time real estate experts and part-time therapists sometimes.
That's right. Thank you. And until next time.
See you later.